Welcome back for yet another exciting C# web tutorial. In this one we're going to mash up class level variables and methods. Let's get right down to business. You're going to enter a number here and you click on square and the result will go here. Enter a number here and you do square and the answer goes here. Let's go look behind the code. Okay, we come in here and we try to convert this to an integer. And right here's the variable. But wait a minute. Where's the declare? I'm using a variable and there's no red squiggles, but I did not declare. If you answered, come on, I know you can do it. Give me the answer. You're right. We declared them up here and every method can use them. So this is what we call a module or class level variable. It's at the top of the class outside of any method. Kind of think of it like you're in the valley below and you look up to a mountain. You can always see the mountain, you can always see the variables and use them. So we convert the text box number to a number, int number. I know because I have Hungarian notation that tells me the prefix, and up here is where I declared it. And now look, I'm going to call a piece of code called square number. I'm going to pass in number. This code, I'm going to pass in one integer. This code will do something and it will hand out or pass back the result. An integer in, an integer out. So let's go up to the top. You can see int number, int result are declared up here. No need to declare here, just use them. I'm using that and I'm using that. Let's go look at the square number and see how we do it. Remember, one integer in, one integer out. Look, I have an int coming in, and this is what I call it. In this piece of code, this is what that incoming variable is called. This tells me what goes out. So let's break this down. This is who can access it, private or public. There are others, but right now we're just going to focus on private and public. This class can use it. No one from the outside can use it. An integer comes out. This is what comes out of the method. This is the name of the method. Integer is going to be coming in, and this is what we're going to refer to that integer value coming in within these curly braces. We take the value in, we default it to 0 because I want to show you that this is copied, the value is copied in, and if I change it, it won't work and it will go back out. Okay, let's go up here and let's just compare. Up here is when you're calling or using it, and this is where you're declaring it. So this integer corresponds to the coming out, so what comes out of it is assigned to integer. Integer out receives an integer. Integer goes in, it expects one integer, and within the code that's used. Okay. Now let's go look at the cube, just for comparison. We convert, and notice we don't pass anything in and nothing comes out. Nothing in, nothing out. But how does it accomplish this? Well, what it does, it takes the number that was converted here. Remember, it's actually stored way up here. So this piece of code down here can use it and puts a result in there. Nothing. See, void, nothing out, nothing comes in. That's why the parentheses are empty. Nothing comes out because of the void. That is why on this code I don't have to have an equal sign over here and nothing goes in. Let's put some breakpoints. No, I want the breakpoint here. Oh, sorry, I want it right here. Turn that off, and I'm going to put a breakpoint right here. Let's run this baby. Okay, let's do the cube, because that's easy. We'll do 2, and we do cube. We come in, we convert, no problem, it works, and notice if it works, it jumps over this code. Nothing in, nothing out, but it's going to use this int number that is actually declared and stored up here and used below. Do you remember what function key I need to hit to have the code go into the code number method so I can see it? Make me proud. I know you can remember. If you said F10, you're wrong. It's F11. Let's do F11. See, I'm inside the code. Int number is not declared here. It's reaching way up here, grabbing that value and using it. 2 times 2 times 2. puts the answer into a result. And if you remember correctly, and we hit F11 to step through the code, and boom. Look, result is 8, 2 times 2 times 2, and we put it in there. Success. Now let's do square. Okay, we convert and we store at the top. Now we're going to pass in an integer, and hopefully we'll get an integer out, which we will. So how do I go into the method, debugging it? F11, you're right. See, I can read your mind. But look what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything funny here. So I default it to 0. 2 comes in. 2 times 2 gets put into that variable. And I return it. So look, in came an integer. I called it this value, which is 2. I multiplied it by itself and put it in a result. I declared it. This variable only lives within these curly braces. They can't see it, they can't see it. It's like the boy in the bubble, or the person in the bubble, to be politically correct. Nothing can access it but this code. And to send the variable out, this goes out. Think of it like a restaurant. The indoor comes a variable we use through here, and when we're going out of the kitchen, we return this value, which gets put in as integer and then put out. Let's step through the code. Success. Now I want to show you something very different for a second. And this is why not everyone uses global variables or class level variables. So I'm going to go down to the square method, if I can find it. Oh, here it is. See, class methods that are used. I'm going to uncomment this code for a minute. I'm going to show you what a method can do. I'm going to take this value that's passed in, and I'm going to change it. They passed this in, but I changed it. And I'm going to do something else. And notice when I change the value here, this value, it only changes it here. It does not change it back in the calling program. So let's put a breakpoint right about there. All right, let's run this. Give me a number. I know you're thinking 2, so I'll put a 2 in. I'm going to do the square. Here we convert it. I'm passing in what? A 2. And out should come 4. So F11 to step into the code. So I initialize the int squared number. Notice I'm passing in a 2, but I can change it. This is not good practice to do this, but I just want to show you. I change it to a 5. 2 came in, I just changed it to a 5. Didn't change it up here to anything, and didn't change it outside of here, only here. So 5 times 5 is, you're a mathematician, yes, 25. And we come out, and notice up here, int number in is still 2, even though down here I changed it because it's isolated. Only within here did this if I change this or this, does it live. When it comes back up here, it goes back to what I passed in originally. Methods allow you to share variables, but you can separate its values and change them without affecting each other. Oh, I didn't mean to stop debugging. I wanted to run it actually. So you can see. All right, we are done.